Hi, everybody. We thought today we would record kind of a more intimate conversation. We kind of had an issue that we wanted to discuss. It was more on a personal level, and we thought, why not? We could share this with you guys, and it might help someone.
Yes. I am needing to find some sort of center or way to incorporate introspection in my life. There are so many amazing opportunities I'm super thankful for, and I'm loving, I'm learning. I feel so happy like every day, and it's great. But there's like stuff pouring into my lap, and I feel like I just need to pull away and have this like introspection. But I'm like, how does that look? I've got a child, I've got a full-time job, I got a side business. I'm like, how in the world am I going to pull away? And what does that look like? And so Heather was helping bounce some ideas off, give me ideas basically of things I could do to kind of align with my core values and just kind of take time. I feel like I have the self-care piece down. We were talking about that. I feel like I'm very good about, I know what feeds my soul. Like I do my meal prep, I do my weightlifting, I am intentional about getting enough sleep. So what else? How do I take all the craziness and not just keep going and just keep driving forward with all these amazing ideas? How do I make sure I'm on the right path?
So somebody from the outside might look in though and say, Bryn, but why are you worried when you sound so great? Like you have tons of opportunity. Like what, why is that such a struggle to have all these awesome things come to you? So what is the struggle?
You only have so much time in the day. Like I really do. I really want to be intentional. It means a lot to me to be a good mom and to be there for my son and have these perfect memories. So I don't want to struggle with the mom guilt because I'm pouring stuff into my side business or my side passions. But they're so cool, and
so they could take up all your time. It sounds like if you
sure.
just devoted your time to all those,
yes.
And then you would feel really like you were neglecting the other part of your life that you treasure.
I don't want to look back and have regrets, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm making a difference in the world, helping my patients, helping grow our profession as pharmacists. And so what does that look like, and how do I know the things I'm investing my time and energy into are aligning with that? I'm like, do I need to be doing yoga? Like I know this weekend my husband's going to be working on the race car, so I've got my child both days, long days. I'm going to go to the gym because when I weight lift, I like get into my body. My head is much clearer when I'm done. So 2 hours of childcare, perfect time for mom. Then I'm like, well, maybe nature. So we're recording outside, we're enjoying nature. That kind of helps me kind of get introspective. If I go with my son, maybe we'll go on a new like nature trail around Central Florida. It's beautiful weather. But what else should I be doing to help focus or align?
And one of the things I think about is trying to define, because it seems to me like you're kind of floating when you look at all these opportunities.
Yes.
And you're trying to find a way to kind of make good decisions about them and have that be in alignment with what you want. So I think the first thing that I would suggest is kind of defining what it is that you want. Not each individual, but what is it that you really want? What is important for you? You talked about your family. What is important for you to accomplish with your family? What is like your mission statement for your family of what is the most important in a general sense that you want everything to drive towards with your family? And then your career or your shift here or what you're trying to accomplish. Define that mission of like, why are you, your why?
Right.
Why are you going that direction? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because I think if you have that why,
okay,
then you can maybe always refer back to that when you have these new opportunities that come up.
Does it align?
With your why?
Boxes? Okay, I like that idea. Because I don't think I've sat down and actually been like, this is what I want. These are my core values. This is ideally the schedule I want. So yeah, I need to get more specific with how I envision.
And like
life.
even these podcasts, like, does this align? Like doing these are awesome, but
so fun.
they're so fun, and I think we feel we feel satisfaction in sharing because we are going through this shifts in our lives to share this. But yeah, I mean, everything, like Is it accomplishing your mission of what you're trying to accomplish?
So a lot of the times I think, does this build me up or does this like make me feel depleted? And so for sure, like the podcasts are really making me feel built up. Like I love them. It feeds my soul. But I need to really not just, I guess, sometimes some of the new opportunities, I haven't experienced them yet. So I don't know if they build me up or deplete me. So it's like, do I just go on that path, or is there an exit route off the path? Maybe I try the path and then
do you have to go all the way through to trying the path? I mean, I'm sure I know you're this kind of a person. You have that initial conversation with that person. Tell me more about that, whatever it is. But that's not enough. You're saying sometimes you have to kind of go down it a little bit. Yeah. And I don't think we should be afraid to. We just had a recording where we recorded and we talked to students. No, the one we talked to the students.
Yes,
we talked about with our students that we were sharing to not be afraid of failure, to own it, to.
True. And I forgot we just said that.
Yeah. And I don't think you should be so hard on yourself, because you're in that exploratory mode and you're in that area where you want to find the right thing. And I think if you don't open yourself up, you might miss the right thing, right?
True.
That you might be thinking that. But I don't think there's anything wrong or any it's, I don't think you're letting anybody down by maybe going down a path and trying it. Goodness gracious. If we don't try it, we'll never know. And then, like, if it doesn't work out, saying, I've kind of gone back to my mission. I've tried this. I don't know that it's what I thought. I don't know that it's giving me, it's not feeding my soul like I had hoped it would. And I'm kind of limited on my time, so I'm going to have to back out of that.
Okay. I like that.
I don't think there's nothing, you don't have to, you're not going to lose any dignity by doing that.
So how do you get introspective? You're super busy. You're running your own business. You've got a family. You've got weddings. Like, you've had 2 this year.
I've got 1 next week.
I know. So how do you introspect, or how do you find out, hey, Heather, what are you living your truth? How do you do it?
Well, I'm on a journey right now. I won't talk too much because we're going to make this a short video, but I'm on a journey of just that right now. And so I'm reading a lot of books that are focused on finding out who I am.
Okay.
And so to me, what aligns now has to be in line with who I'm finding I really am, which is maybe different than who I was before, and that's okay. But I do that through meditation, and meditation for me actually lets me relax and just be for a moment and take myself and put my role as a mom, my role as a mother of the bride and a mother of the groom over here, and a dog owner, and all those crazy things that are applying to me, and just kind of be. And if it's just for 10 minutes, if it's just for 30 minutes, if I can do that, to just kind of turn that chatter off. And don't even turn my brain off, and don't even think about anything. And then when you can do that, and you can honestly work at meditation, I found that I can really just be with myself. And I mean myself, that's this person inside here that is the really important person. And when I walk away from meditation and having that time to just be quiet and focus on my breath and focus on my inner self and turn all that off, even when the thoughts come back, kind of push them back and say, I'll be with you in 10 minutes, and just be with myself. I walk away from meditation clearer. I have a clearer vision of who I am, and that makes me, I think, make better decisions that align with that person of who I am and who I want to be.
Okay. So meditation, and then
meditation does that for me.
How often do you do meditation?
I'd love to do meditation every day. I think if you did meditation, it's a practice. So you have to practice, just like yoga is a practice. We talk about that a lot. Like you get better at it if you practice it. So I do think if you were able to practice it every day, it would be so much more beneficial than. But I think doing it a couple of times a week. I do try to do it a couple of times a week.
And how long? Are you talking 5 minutes, 20 minutes? 30?
I would say most people who never meditated before could do 10 minutes, because it is hard to turn your mind off for even 10 minutes in the beginning, but you get to where you turn your mind off, and then you reach that point where your mind is quiet, and it's an awesome place to be, and you want to be there longer. So that's when I grow to 20 minutes. I'm not ready to stop yet, because I'm still identifying who I am. I'm still touching that true essence of who I am, and I don't want to walk back to reality just yet. So then I think 20 or 30 minutes is like opportune to
Do you
give you
just
enough time.
feel it, or do you set a timer? Or?
I set a timer, and there's
Okay.
actually apps that you can get. Some are free.
Okay.
That are apps that are help with meditation, and they will play music for. You can do a 15-minute one. You can click say I just want music
Yeah.
for 15 minutes, and it gives you a tone or something usually when it's ending. So you kind of know you're ending, or you can do 30 minutes or an hour.
When do you do it? Did you do it morning, night, middle of your day?
You can do it whenever, but I find that we get tired at the end of the day. And if you go into a quiet place that's maybe just some candlelight and you're quiet, you might fall asleep. So I do think the morning time is the best because, like I said,
set your day up.
yes,
Okay.
even if you get up early and do it, because then you
gosh.
walk away from that and start your day so clear, just kind of clear. The chaos comes and the fog will roll in, but you've started clear. So I think you end up clearer than you would be if you started with the fog.
So a challenge for me this week. I don't know if I can do 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes. And try not to think of anything
Try 5.
else.
I'll commit to 5. I'll give you
Okay,
5 minutes.
Because your mind's going to go back to thinking, oh gosh, I got to plan dinner. Did I tell my son this, or did I tell my husband? And you got to be like, okay, I'll be with you in 5 minutes. And like just 5 minutes, that world is not going to end if you kind of start thinking about that stuff in 5 minutes.
Okay.
And give your 5 minutes to just not think. And that's the hardest thing in the world. But once you get it, you'll find who you really are inside, and it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Maybe I will do 10 minutes, because what if I can't get there in 5? Okay.
We'll just start, but don't beat yourself up. I don't want to give you something else to beat
Oh,
yourself up about.
True. I don't want any guilt.
Yeah, no, there's no wrong way to do it. There's no
Okay.
wrong time.
And do you just like focus on inhale, exhale?
So inhale and exhale, you want to focus on your breath. That's the easiest thing to
Okay.
kind of bring yourself to yourself. And so breathing, a lot of people use a mantra. Mantras are great
Yes.
if you want to focus meditation. So for you, for example, I think what would help you as a good mantra maybe to be say, I trust myself.
I trust myself.
That I will lead myself in the direction that I need to go.
That I will lead myself in the direction I am to go.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Okay.
Like just you're going to tell your mind, you're going to tell yourself that is what you're doing. You totally trust yourself to make good decisions. And what that's going to do is build your confidence in your inner self to be able, and you won't have this kind of struggle, I think. It will help. Can't say you won't have the struggle, but I think it would help you feel. You're going to be like, no, I'm confident in making this good decision. Just something to try.
So 10 minutes for the next 7 days. We're going to see if this actually helps create some clarity. Some things I was thinking of just before the podcast that I was like, well, maybe this would work besides like the gym time would be journaling. I know a lot of times if I get my thoughts out on paper, that helps kind of create some clarity for me. Like we talked about nature.
I love nature.
Designating a certain time for checking my emails, my second job, social media. So sometimes it's just
so distracting. And it'll eat up your time all the
Yes.
time. I catch myself and I was like, look what I'm doing. I even like observe myself. I'm like, look, Heather, get off your phone.
There. I can meditate. I got this, guys. I can meditate. Looking at all my goals or to-do lists, like sometimes I'm like, well, how can I stack my life? Like we're recording podcasts outside. So we're, having social time, recording podcasts, doing what we love. We're outdoors. So that's the beautiful stacking your life.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, how can I fold laundry outside? Then I'm getting laundry done, getting everything folded. I don't know that you can necessarily stack meditation because you really want like empty. I guess you could do meditation outside, but
yes, you can meditate
on
outside.
the ground, grounding.
Yeah. Or like you talked about folding clothes, listening to a podcast while you fold clothes. It's feeding yourself while kind of focusing yourself while you're folding clothes.
Okay, so breath work. I didn't know if something like cacao or certain tea, like if you sit down and you sip a cup of tea, like if that, I don't know, gives
I think you still could have a mantra. Like they think if you have a mantra with anything that you do is purposeful.
And that's stacking.
And like you could say, every time I take a sip of this and I enjoy the delicious flavor of this tea, and that's another being present. We could have a whole nother thing.
Gosh, yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, being present with your tea. Like say, I'm going to enjoy this tea. I'm going to enjoy the taste of it, the heat that's coming up from it, and this cup that I love. And as I drink it, every sip I take, I'm going to remind myself of my mantra.
Okay, I like that.
So I think you can connect that with
Mantra.
things.
And then I thought about yin yoga. I have a couple girlfriends that are like all about yin yoga. So I'm
going to be a trainer. I'm actually taking training to be a yin yogi. Yep, I'm gonna be a yin yoga teacher. Yep.
I think we should do an episode for all our podcast
yes,
listeners.
we'll definitely do that sometime.
Sweet. Bath, Epsom salts really help me relax.
Taking a
So
bath. It's so
turn on the
self-care. That's so
candles.
much self-care right
Yes.
there. Self-love.
And then how to be present. So some of the best times for being present are like when I've been racing a car. Like, you better be attentive. You better be in that freaking moment, because I mean, anything can happen. So you're always looking ahead, you're seeing what's going on. So racing for me, dancing, like Zumba and hip hop, like I just feel the music, I get into the energy. So
And being present with your son. I mean, you want to value
Yes.
those times.
Yes.
Like, even the crazy times when they're just banging toys together.
And they won't
like
go to
taking a
bed.
minute. Yeah, just like breathe and be like, okay, I'm going to be present. I'm going to listen to the sounds here. I'm going to just be the observer of your emotions. I'm
Okay.
getting really frustrated because he's not wanting to go to bed. This is me being frustrated. Like, be just an observer of that entire scene. That is being present.
Okay.
And you'll find that is therapeutic, and it's helpful in you kind of compartmentalizing and being able to be better
okay.
when you go to him to put him to bed.
That's a
But anyway,
challenge.
being present even with your family is important.
And then the other time, like swimming, to me, like when you're underwater, like just in the springs, it is so beautiful, and you just don't hear anything, and it's just this beautiful, gorgeous hole, and I don't know, it's just, that really is like a happy place for me. And then live music, like we went to, we got a babysitter last weekend and went out to eat and had live music, and just feeling the music and the energy and how much these people on stage have practiced. And I don't know, there's just something about live music. I forgot how like amazing and present and aware you are when you experience it.
Because those are all experiences. Everything you talked about is experiences. So you get your self-nourishment and your focus from experiences. And I'm that way too. And so
Maybe adding the meditation piece in with experiences, because I feel like I'm just like going, and I don't want to burn out, even though they're amazing and I love all my experiences. So maybe I just need to add in this like 10-minute a day piece of like calm meditation. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm
focus.
missing.
And to listen. And meditation
Yes.
is about listening. And
Yes,
you will
yes.
listen to yourself.
Okay.
You will find yourself, and then you'll be able to listen to yourself. And then I think you'll then make good decisions because you would have listened to yourself. It sounds silly, but I think it will guide you in making clear decisions based on, like you're talking about, your mission and
Okay.
your personal experience set that you want.
I love it. Okay. So we basically have Bryn's homework. And we're probably not going to see each other for like 2 weeks because of the wedding. So we're going to do an experiment. I'm going to meditate.
Yep, and you'll have to report back
Yes.
the next time.
We'll touch
Absolutely.
base. But here's some ideas for introspection.
And I think we should have a podcast maybe on centeredness and presentness and awareness and just all the tools you can
Being
use.
intentional in life.
Yes,
Like
intention. Absolutely.
We have one life to live. We are all unique. We have unique gifts to give. So how are we sharing those?
Absolutely.
Oh, I love
Thank you guys.
So fun. I love it.
Good times.
Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for listening. And
Thank
we
you
will-
for letting her share her heart
Yes.
and just giving us the space.
And give me ideas, like on YouTube. Like, give me some ideas, what works for you, what we might have missed, because I'm sure we missed a ton.
And I'm sure you guys have some advice of how she can like make sure she makes these good decisions and all this wonderfulness that's happening. Help us. How can you help Bryn? Thank you for the space. We really appreciate it.
Have a great one.
Bye. Guys.